The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Monday, January 29th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Yes, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit HOFBets.com. Use that promo code SGPN. You get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. We're also brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's U.S. based and available in 40 different states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. And there are only a few days left to get 15% off everything in the SGPN merch store with the promo code playoffs. So hop on over there. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Brock Purdy from Iowa State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for good old Monday, January 29th. Today's games up and down night. I actually had a losing night, 5-6 on my bets. I want to blame somebody. Hopefully you can see it on youtube.com/the college experience. Because there was one just awful play. I'm just going to say there was one way worse than every other play. And I got brought into the muck. But look, folks, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swinging Dant, Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
Let's fucking go. Monday slate. Don't know why there's not a morning game, especially when you see some of the games that are on the slate. We're going to talk about all the stuff in the college basketball world. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Money Line Mac. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I had a winning day. You know, you're sounding like those guys in the YouTube comments blaming me for one pick. You know, they said after that first game that we're going to talk about, yes, it was a god-awful pick. It ate shit.
I'm just saying that was the only one that was never close for me.
Well, I had another one that ended up as a dud too. But hey, you know what? Whether you cover by 1 or you cover by 40, they all count the same. And that guy that fucking said he was going in fade mode, he didn't do so well the rest of the fucking day.
Yeah.
And that's why you don't celebrate after one game. 3-7 for him, so 7-3 for me after that.
Yeah, 3-7
overall.
3-7 for that. Yeah, I even did better than that today. 5-6, 5-6 on my 11 bets in college basketball. So there's that. Let's get to it because I did fly solo on Wright State, and boy, they let me down. At one point, they were up 15. I feel like maybe even 17. But they stopped trying in the second half, and IUPUI only
largest lead was 18.
Yeah, there you go. I knew it was something like that. I was like, maybe I'm going to get this. It was not a big slate. I don't want to say I felt great about this. I felt decent enough because I wanted to have action on this, and happens. Loss, Dundee. Your thoughts on the Raiders of Wright State moving to 12-10?
I'm so glad I didn't bet this because you know me, I love Wright State, but I'm scarred from them, man. They've blown so many covers this year where they've been the right side, and then I don't know what the fuck they do the last 5 to 10 minutes. They just find a way to not cover games. It's really frustrating. So good win for them. Obviously, they needed to beat Ooey Pooey. But yeah, they never fucking finished the job. It feels like.
Yeah, and I enjoy the look. I didn't really care who won the Ravens Chiefs. I leaned a little bit Ravens, I guess, but I mean, not really. I did want to see the Lions lose, so I thought this is fucking fantastic. Curse of Bobby Lane still alive. Get your shit ass organization. Go back to playing outdoor football, you fucking cowards. And I am so glad to see all this bullshit. Watching the NFL and college football this year. The amount of people jumping on this analytics shit.
Oh God.
We've lost our fucking mind.
Yes.
We've lost our fucking mind. So glad to see it in the biggest spotlight fail, because it was fucking hilarious. And sorry, Noah, but fuck the Lions, bitch ass fucking organization.
Context matters. Every decision. You can't just treat every game like it's week 3 in the fucking preseason, man. Take the fucking points. You got all the momentum. Play the momentum game.
It's just so stupid. It's just the stupidest fucking thing I've ever. I don't care, and I get into it. I get into it all the time in the office because they're like, "No, you got to play it." I'm like, "No, you don't. What the fuck are you talking about?" You know what I mean? I refuse to believe in those analytics, because there is such a thing as momentum. You know what I mean? Like analytics. I'm like one of those old school coaches that would say analytics, schmanalytics. You know what I mean? Get that shit out of here. Yeah, it was great to see.
You can use analytics, but you shouldn't base every single decision off of analytics. You got to have a feel.
Like I'm sorry. Going for 4th and 3 twice. Was it 4th and 2 or 4th and 3?
Yeah. Well, the one they were up 14, Colby, and if they kick a field goal, they're up 17 with 20 minutes.
Some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Some of the dumbest shit, and this has been a pandemic though. Like over the past year, specifically this season. In college football and the NFL, I have seen so much horrible decision making like that. I don't understand how this has infected the sport so much. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, fun seeing the Lions fail. Yukon, Xavier, you talked me into this one.
Oh God.
And I knew with about 3 minutes into the game, I was like, you motherfucker, you absolute. It's one thing to lose by. I mean, I guess at least I knew it was over. I knew I didn't have to check in on the game, but holy hell, 99-56 is Yukon the best team in America?
Yeah. I feel like we just had this about Houston. And I was like, wow, if Yukon's making shot, if Donovan Klingen's making threes, they're the best team in the country. When he made that 3 and then the guard with the shot clock going down, he just threw it up and it banked in from about 40 feet. I said, well, this fucking game's over. It's 21-7. They got the replay on in the background. That's about as close as we'll get to this. Xavier had been their thorn in their side. I know people did not agree with that angle. They just played fucking 2 weeks ago, and Xavier was right there to beat them. They won in stores last year against their national championship team. But obviously today was a different day. Fucking Yukon put it on him. Terrible pick by me. Hats off to the Huskies. They maybe shittier, man.
We should have locked Louisiana because they drilled Texas State. I think I even picked Texas State in the points, but thought it reeked a little bit. Didn't bet that game, but I did bet this game and I lost money. So I opened up 0-3 as Florida Atlantic did not cover the 9. I thought the line was off. Thought they were fucking with us, and North Texas almost won this game outright. This was a lock battle. Bieniek beat both of us. Your thoughts on this one?
Done. FAU probably should have lost.
Yeah, again.
No,
I think this team's I think FAU is a good team. They're just playing with their food and conference play. That's my take, because their DNA from last year is still all there. We saw it in the non-conference season. They beat Arizona. They were there the entire way against Illinois. I just think they aren't Gonzaga yet. They're not getting up for these mini games every single time. And it's coming back to bite them. But I do think playing all these close games will help them again come March.
North Texas made some fucking hard shots today. They usually don't shoot the basketball. Well, they made some fucking hard-ass shots today at FAU to stop all their runs.
Dude, is it me or is the AAC just wide the fuck open?
Yeah, I would still say FAU is definitely the favorite, and probably North Texas.
I think
is
South
too,
Florida.
Yeah, South Florida's too. But
Charlotte's kicking ass, and then you got the Pirates, the greatest team in the nation.
FAU still number one though, just because they've been there, done that.
That was the CUSA though.
Yeah,
that was
but
the CUSA.
They were in the Final Four last year. They also went.
I understand that, but
they went like 35-5 last year. They weren't a fluke Final Four team. They were They beat some good teams.
They beat Memphis on the way there. They beat Tennessee. They beat Kansas State.
I understand, but I could name a bunch of Final Four and Elite Eight teams that brought back a lot of the team that didn't achieve near the greatness that they achieved the year prior. And remember, Memphis should have beat them in the opening round.
Talk about Memphis here in a minute.
We will. Got this one. Rutgers covers the 9. It was 9.5, 9. I don't remember, but we covered and we hit. I needed this one. I was just getting my ass kicked 0-3, and then boom. Always count on Rutgers at the rack. Your thoughts on Purdue as they continue to? This was one of the I thought their toughest road trips potentially. So you look at I know they got the game at Wisconsin I think next weekend, but after that they have at Illinois on March 5th. They are going to win the Big Ten if they can get past Wisconsin and I guess Illinois. I thought this was a possible slip spot. They didn't slip. Kudos to them. Your thoughts on this game?
They're like you said, man. They're rolling too. Them and Yukon and Houston. Those three have been absolutely rolling here recently. This was a spot, like you said, that if they're not going to lose this game, where are they going to lose next? Maybe at Wisconsin. I think at Wisconsin's a losable game. Like
at
you said.
Illinois, late too.
Yeah, but that's not until March 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a whole month from now. The rack's hard to win at. So Purdue, I know they're supposed to win this game. They're a 10-point favorite, but that's still a good win. Anytime you can get a road win in this league, especially at the rack, kudos to them. They're good, man. You watch them. I mean, it's so amazing that they lost to Fairdick. The more and more I watch them.
Well, it's not only that. They lose every year. Was it North Texas one year got them?
I know. It's just they're so damn good. It's how does this team just choke?
They had no business losing to Tony Bennett's Virginia team. Remember, what's his name went off? He had 45 points that
Edwards.
game. Yeah, Carson Edwards.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Didn't bet this. Should have bet this because they've been a darling of mine, and I knew they would bounce back like the Red Foxes they are. Marist 80, Canisius 71. Why do we not bet this game?
Because I think we bet about every other game on the board.
Red Foxes. It's because on the road they struggled a little bit,
yeah.
But I don't think they're that bad. And then we had a classic going on in the horizon as we covered with Robert Morris. Cleveland State barely escapes this one. Yeah. Your thoughts on the Vikings getting out of this?
Yeah, I get a kick out of people when they get pissed at us when we take a bunch of dogs. Robert Morris is in this game. I mean, they led for a majority of the game. More of a desperate spot for them compared to Cleveland State, who had just come off the big win the other night. So, yeah, I mean, kind of just a typical sleepy spot for the Vikings. Robert Morris, desperate, just couldn't get it done at the end.
Yeah, and also it's hilarious reading the YouTube comments because someone said you can't quote that shit. Detroit is he threw out the stat. I don't have it in front of me. Noah, you might be able to grab that, but they're he's like Detroit is 2-14 ATS or something, and I responded with that's my point. They're due for a fucking I don't know. It just drives me fucking crazy. They're
2-3 in their last 5. They
whatever the number that was put in the but I'm just even if that's true, which I didn't do I didn't fact check that. I'm just that's why you take them.
The books are going to adjust.
Yes.
And when they do, you'll be on the right side because they want the money to be even split 50-50.
It's like they don't understand gambling. You know what I mean?
Nobody goes for. Actually, I think one time, and it was Tulsa last year. Nobody goes 4-26 ATS for the year. That doesn't happen because they keep adjusting the numbers and the numbers and the numbers.
Yes.
Where you're getting basically 10 points, or you're getting like 3 to 4 possessions of value, as Noah will talk about with the napkin. You're basically getting 10 points extra on top of the number.
Yeah. It's insane. But this one was not insane. I should have tailed you on this one. I didn't. Youngstown State, 82. Northern Kentucky, 52. Whew.
It's my best
the ice box was going tonight. Domination. Your thoughts on the Penguins getting that dub?
Yeah. This was by far my best play of the day in terms of spot on with the handicap. They were ready to go. They were tired of losing to fucking Northern Kentucky. That place, that was a good atmosphere. They were ready to go, made shots. They fell down 6 early, but then fucking blew their ass out in the second half.
Yeah. And then we need to talk about this. Well, first off, we should have locked up ULM. They're hot.
Well,
the Warhawks are hot. They got it done in overtime, 85-82 against Arkansas State. I didn't bet this game. What'd you do
see
here?
how it went? I'm glad.
No, I did not.
Arkansas State was up like 18. This is a collapse. Hoops Peterson had this, and he was bitching about it on Twitter. So Arkansas State just collapsed in the second half. But Monroe, 3 in a row for the Warriors.
Hey, let's go Warhawks.
Warhawks, not Warriors. Sorry, that's Merrimack.
Yeah, it's okay. You can still call them the. No one. It's one of these bullshit ones. They were the Redskins, right, or the Indians, or something like in the 90s, or they changed this recently. This one we should do 10 minutes on this one. I really fucking hate Sienna.
Oh god.
Like I really fucking hate Sienna. If you think I hate Detroit, Sienna is way worse to me. Way fucking worse to me.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened here, man? I was kind of out doing shit today. I got my mom flying in this week, so I'm sitting there doing a bunch of shit. But when I was checking the scores, it was like a tie game. How the hell did they not hit this?
So usually when the team is behind, they press. The team that was up press them, and St. Peter's went to a fucking press with up 7, and Sienna just threw it to them back-to-back times. Like they were in a bullshit 1-2-2, basically to run clock. They're like, all right, we're just going to throw BS press at you. If you shit your pants, it's great. If not, you're going to run 20 seconds off the shot clock. Well, Sienna's so fucking bad. They threw it to him twice, and then it went the other way for 2 layups, and then they don't cover. They miss a 3 at the end, and then don't foul. And I'm like, wow. That's all. I was speechless. I was like, this game is tied with 4 minutes left. How did you not cover this game?
Yeah, I hate
Trevor's saying they scored 1 point in the final 9 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They fucking
Wow,
they had the lead. They completely collapsed.
Well, we'll talk about another collapse in a second, but first I want to talk about the Manhattan Jaspers. This play, nothing short of fucking genius by us.
It was a lock battle.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bieniek took Niagara Falls. Wow, I forgot about that. Bieniek, your thoughts on the Jaspers being the greatest team in college basketball?
Yeah, usually the dog loses on the spread outright in the overtime. Didn't happen here. Luck didn't go my way. I mean, Niagara led for final 10 minutes, right? So,
Manhattan was up for a majority of the game.
Yeah, I'm saying, but didn't Niagara have the lead for the final 10?
It kind of was back and forth.
People want to know what the fuck you're eating right now.
Yeah. What do you got? Sunflowers?
Seeds?
Yeah,
sunflower seeds. Yeah. He's pulling Ace Ventura. He doesn't even understand the reference when I say if he's pulling Ace Ventura, just putting that shit all over his desk when we ask him a question. Huge win for the Jaspers. What a good call by us. But this is the game I'm most pissed at today. The fucking Aqueduct, Quinnipiac. Unbelievable, man. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Fairfield was up by what at like the 7-minute mark? I feel like they were up like 8 or 9, right?
Yeah. They kind of trailed majority of the game, but then they fucking rallied. They had a good atmosphere in there. This game is for first place in MAAAC, and
how did they shit the bed so much?
dude, the guy on Quinnipiac fucking walked on the last play, by the way. How did the referee fucking miss that? He had the ball on his hip for 3 steps, and they just don't call it. They said he bobbled it. That was bullshit. He fucking traveled, but yeah, it hurt. It fucking hurt.
Shout out to Tommy B who gave us $10. YouTube.com/The College Experience, folks. You can watch it. You also can't go 5 for 26 at home shooting threes. Horrible. But yeah, still can't believe I mean, I feel like the game should at least be in overtime.
So the Aqueduct's good, eh?
No, get the fuck out of here with them.
I'm gonna bet against them every February.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there.
Team.
They're not a
You're
good fucking. They're the same
lucky.
as every other team in that fucking conference.
Yeah.
All right. They're just somehow pulling these out of their ass.
What's their record in league play now?
I will definitely fade them in the tournament.
8-1.
I guarantee you they don't win their conference tournament.
I'll guarantee they finish with 5 losses in league play. Nobody ever finishes with less than 5 losses. Even Patino would lose 4 or 5 in that league. It's the MAAC.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want the 1 seed.
Yeah,
it's like when St. Peter's went deep.
Yes.
St. Peter's was like the 3 or 4 seed in their conference tournament.
Yeah.
You don't want the 1 seed. Now they are.
Patino win it as like an 8 seed his
I
first
think so.
year?
His first year. Yeah. Either way, that was heartbreak. Wichita State took down SMU 77-72. What the fuck's happened at SMU? The AAC, this is my point. The AAC is just I have no idea. Like, it's like now that Houston's gone and Memphis does not look as good as years past, that thing is wide the fuck open. I tend to agree with you. Like, I guess if I had to place a bet, I would say FAU, but I kind of like South Florida. I think the more, they get, remember, brand new coach, brand new bunch of transfer portal guys. I kind of think South Florida could be the best team, but I know Charlotte's looking good. We'll talk about East Carolina being the best team in the nation, but SMU was one I kind of thought was a good dark horse to win this conference. They still could, of course, but I thought they would win at Wichita. Didn't bet this game, but Wichita wins. Yeah.
They're so inconsistent. No, this was one of my.
This was a
favorite
battle.
ones.
You guys battled, right?
No, did you end up coming? Yeah, you did.
I had SMU.
Dude, I'm telling you, Wichita's not as bad as their record.
Their first conference win.
I know. It was a winless team. This is a first-year head coach who has a proven track record of winning at Oral Roberts. They're going to be feisty in February as a dog, in my opinion.
Proven track record with one of the best players in the country.
Well, I mean, it's part. I mean, who doesn't win with good players? It's part of it. I mean,
many coaches can though.
But I'm saying he should get a little bit of credit for getting Max A. Smith to an Oral Roberts. So, but I think Wichita is going to be feisty in February because he's a first-year head coach. They're getting better. SMU's fool's gold. They are so up and down. They take some of the most fucked up shots. They're like Memphis, but not as talented as Memphis.
Let's go. Well, the sign of a great team, in my opinion, is like sometimes you take days off. You're just like, okay, but you in the middle of taking that day off, you realize, hey, we're not doing our best effort right now. We got to get our shit together, and then you rally like a true champion, and that's what the East Carolina Pirates did. Now they didn't cover, which is okay. They're doing that on purpose so that we can get more value on them later. Now I pissed away $100 on this, but you got the win. And that's all that really matters. I know you covered. You battled me. You covered by a half a point. East Carolina was the better team when it was all said and done. We're asleep a little bit early on in that game, but we're right in the spot to win the AAC after we beat Charlotte this upcoming week in the Klitz house. What'd you make of East Carolina being the best team in the nation?
Well, hey, shout out to Temple for covering that game after they fucking blew a 9-point lead with like 4 minutes left. I thought it was going to be another Temple heartbreak non-cover. I thought I had this right on the head that you were going to come in bitching about Schwartz if they blew this game to Temple because ECU couldn't lose this game.
Yes,
I mean,
this is a must-win game.
Yeah, so
must-win game to me.
Yeah. So give them credit. They found a way. They grinded, missed a free throw at the end to secure the cover for Temple. So thank you. Temple's got to be kicking themselves. They should have won. They're up 10 with like 5 minutes left.
Yeah. But that's why, you don't go to East Carolina with the weak heart. That's when you were questioned. Your odds are against you, but guess what? You prevail because that's what you do at East Carolina. I can tell you, that's just part of the DNA, part of the code. We did lock up UAB.
Woo, baby.
I played this on the money line. This thing was juicy. Let's go. Blazers get it done. Memphis is a fucking train wreck right now. I don't know what the hell's happened. Ever since they got Tomlin, they look like shit.
Got Tomlin and lost Caleb Mills.
Yeah, that's right. They did lose Caleb Mills for the season. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You look at the AAC standings right now. You got what? Charlotte 7-1, FAU 6-1, South Florida 6-1, North Texas 5-1, Memphis 4-3 now, right?
Yeah.
ECU's 4-4. Right there. Now there's some other bullshit in between too, like SMU and UAB, but we'll take care of UAB when they come to Greenville. This is anyone's fucking conference. I got no fucking idea what's happening, but I can tell you one thing. I thought when Houston left, I thought FAU and Memphis were going to battle it out. They've both been disappointments to a certain extent, specifically Memphis as a bigger disappointment. But yeah, they suck right now. Good win for UAB. Mac, your thoughts?
They're going to fuck around and not make the NCAA tournament. Their resume is not that good.
No.
Some of the teams that everybody gave them a lot of credit for beating aren't as good as what we thought. I mean, Virginia
turning it around might help them, but yeah.
Yes. A&M, they're up and down. VCU, they're all right.
Clemson.
But Arkansas, they suck. Michigan sucks. A 20-point loss to Villanova.
Yeah, their 2 non-conference losses don't look amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penny's doing a shit job with this team.
They're in trouble.
Their
trouble.
adjustments suck.
They're in trouble. No, I don't think they're going to make the tournament. Judge, if I had to vote right now, I don't think they would get in the NCAA tournament this year. Obviously, they could win the AAC. It's anyone's conference, but
they have the talent.
Yeah. But they don't look good, man. Like they looked better. Like earlier in the year, I thought like, oh, they look pretty fucking put together. In November, I was like kind of buying in. Yeah, I don't know. Noah, your thoughts? I know we triple lock this. Blaze on.
Yeah, I kind of figured that this was a Memphis letdown spot. Let's focus on the winning team here for this one here. UAB in conference, there are only 2 losses, FAU and Charlotte.
They should have lost to ECU. ECU was up like 90% of that fucking game. You fucking losers.
Non-conference,
yeah.
I don't think they had a terrible loss. Now, like I'm holding UAB to a different standard than Memphis.
Southern Miss. That's a bad loss.
Yeah, Southern Miss is the worst loss.
They've been hot
Southern
lately,
Miss has been rolling lately. Arkansas State on the road, they brought back a lot from last year.
That might actually be their worst loss when it's all said and done. I kind of think Southern Miss's trajectory is going up or State's is going down.
And they lost to Bradley and Clemson. So that's their 7 losses. They have, in my opinion, from what I expected a UAB team to do without Jelly Walker, a pretty good resume. Like they've done all right.
Yeah. Great win by us. And then thankfully I got one fucking lock battle win here because Steve Alford, my ass, get this bullshit out of here. Going into the pit. What was that fucking 44-point win? 34-point win? What the fuck was that? I forget. All I know is Patty C stopped by the house. We're having a cocktail and I was like, look at this fucking destruction. Just destruction. I mean, this was just domination. The pit is one of the hardest places to win. Your thoughts?
Yeah, bad pick by me. Alford's career there was 63-9, obviously a majority as a New Mexico head coach, but he won there last year. They cut it to 8 with like 12 minutes left. And then I think New Mexico went on like a 24-0 run. Fucking house did not miss tonight. Holy fuck.
Pitt's incredible, man.
Oh
That
my
environment's
God.
everything right with college basketball. All right, folks, let's get to game balls. To me, the top game ball today is ULM. You've won 3 games in a row. You came back from down 20. Let's go Warhawks. Give them a game ball. I don't think I've given them a game ball ever. So there's your game ball. Fire away.
We'll go with the game we just talked about, man. New Mexico. The way that they're playing at the Pit, they can beat anybody there. I mean, that was incredible. And to hand their ex-coach a loss like that, New Mexico gets a game ball from me.
I like it. My second game ball, I will jump over to the likes of Purdue winning at the rack. I think well deserved. And that, like I said, there wasn't that many trap games left. I'm not very fond of Purdue. Mainly because they choke. They just choke normally. But shout out to this, and we still covered. So you didn't win by too much, but you won by enough on the road. Big win. I'll give Purdue the game ball. Second game ball for you, Mac. Where are you going?
Proud fan base that's had a shit year. Wichita first league win for Paul Mills, and we'll see what happens. See it with this team going forward.
I mean, the next game ball has got to be the Jaspers. You're fucking on the road. You've lost 10 straight. Niagara just stormed the court. You say fuck them, and you go into that upstate New York and you get it done. Give me the Jaspers as my final game ball. Where are you going?
Final game ball. Let's keep it in the American. One of my favorite head coaches personally in the country. UAB beat Memphis, where they should have beat Charlotte the other night. They led for 85-90% of that game, blew it late, and then come back, get a big win over Memphis. UAB and the Blazers, 5-2 game ball.
Yeah, there we go, folks. What to tell you, the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Fantasy has a way to play alongside your favorite fantasy players all season long. They got NFL, NBA, NHL, college football, and you better believe they got college hoops. Simply pick higher or lower in your favorite players' fantasy stats and cash in. You can win 100 times the amount of money you enter with some of their spicy plays. So what are you doing, folks? Sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code SGPN. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. Once again, I'm sorry, TCE SGPN. I always say SGPN. TCE SGPN is that promo code you want. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code TCE SGPN. Noah, what are we looking at for tomorrow, man?
I'm going to take it to Duke's Mark Mitchell, and I'm going to take the lower than 7 rebounds for him. This is 13-3 this season. I think it's another strong trend here. A game that should be close in Blacksburg. I think the advantage here goes to the Hokies in a game that I think is going to be pretty tight. Not sure how many, with the way that both teams have been playing, both teams offensively rebounding is not amazing. So I think the Hokies will get after it defensively and keep Mitchell under 7. So I just think it's a strong trend. A slate, I think, tomorrow where there's only 16 games. This one's my favorite play for the day.
There we go, folks. Once again, Underdog Fantasy promo code TCE SGPN. And let us know if you sign up. Take a screenshot of you signing up. Show me that screenshot on Twitter at the Colby D. Send you a college basketball experience t-shirt. So do that. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride. All right, we are back and we are ready to pick games. And shame on this fucking slate. Why I love college basketball, but we just we lack leadership.
17 games.
And they're all at the same fucking time. There's not even a late night game.
I know.
Hey, you fucking jackasses. Are you just trying to not market your sport? I understand your schools can pick when you want to play, but the conference commissioner should step up and be like, wait a second here. Why do we have Howard and Coppin State playing the same time as Morgan State and Norfolk State? One should go first.
With that said, all the games playing at the same time helps us out for tomorrow. Early start time. NC Nick on the
Yes,
show.
NC Nick's back from Disneyland.
Yep.
Did alligator didn't bite him.
Get here early.
Yeah, but Disney World, whatever the fuck. It's still just a big fail though, dude. Like it's a big fail. Like you call 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE. You put me in charge. We open up the day with Boston and Holy Cross. We know no one's going to be at this fucking game. All right. So you put that shit on early in the morning, have a noon tip, 9 a.m., and then go straight into Howard, Coppin State after that. And then go straight into you could even do 2 at that point. You could do 2 at all times. You could start off at 9 in the morning and do Boston, Holy Cross, and then North Carolina Central, Delaware State. And then go for after that, jump into Howard, Coppin State, Morgan State, Norfolk State. It's killing me. The fucking logic is so stupid. And you can't tell me if college sports is being run by TV money, which it is, obviously. Rutgers and UCLA are about to be in the same fucking conference, right? Then that means the TV dollar is more valuable than the concession stand dollar, which means you should say, hey, Boston Holy Cross, sorry to the 700 people. No, who am I kidding? Sorry to the 74 people that are going to come to this game at 4:00. We're going to play this at noon. And who cares if we get 64 people as opposed to 74? It's just so stupid to me.
At least play it at the 5:00 Eastern slot. Well, I don't know why we don't have a 5:00 Eastern, 2:00 Pacific every day. The happy hour game.
You know who else struggles with this? Fucking MLB.
Oh, they're the worst.
MLB is like your sports like declined like 50% since like 1982, and it's like you know, if you just did a stack every day on your games, we'd be more interested in watching them. But instead, you're like, no, let's play all of them at fucking once. Anyway, don't get me started. But Boston, we do have a little rivalry game here. I enjoy this one. Boston, Holy Cross, little crosstown shootout. BU's laying 4.5. CBS Sports Network's covering this one, nationally televised. I'm all over Holy Cross here, and I think Holy Cross is live to win the game. Boston just went to Lafayette and fucked them up. Lafayette was the 1 seed in the conference. It's a letdown spot for the Terriers, in my opinion. I also feel like Holy Cross was in a position to win that game. Probably, I don't want to say they should have won it, but they had the lead in a spot to win it. I think Dave Paulson's doing a good job, and I'm going to ride Holy Cross plus 4.5, and I'm going to ride plus 170. Lock?
Yes, and if you look at it too, Holy Cross at home probably should have beat Lehigh, beat Loyola. Almost beat Navy. They've been good at home. They've been feisty at home. Like you said, Boston's off the emotional game where they beat the undefeated team. Easy. Let's go. Holy Cross outright. Let's go. Take the points.
Crusaders.
Money line.
Let's go. Love the Crusaders. I'm going to keep this lock train going. And I'm going to do something very disgusting. I think NC Nick's going to be pissed that he has to do the show tomorrow during the Duke game, but I am locking
go live
up
right after, right?
Yeah, potentially. I think, yeah, that makes sense. I think this line, Duke hasn't covered in 4 or 5 games. I don't think Virginia Tech is like, the only thing that scares me is Cassell Coliseum, right? That place can get lit. I just don't think they're a good team. I've watched, I watch more of them, I think, than the average college basketball analyst, because when I'm in the studio, at least, how about this? In November and December, before I was staying at home, I watched a shit ton of Virginia Tech because, Real Money Kramer's a VT grad. I just don't think they're that good. I don't think they have much athleticism. I'm locking up Duke minus 3.5. I think the line is telling you. Take the Dukies. What are you doing here, buddy?
You're going to be kicking yourself when the Hokies win this game. NC Nick's coming on tomorrow, and we're going to have to break down this Duke loss at Cassell once again. It's a house of horror for Duke. They always struggle in this place. Virginia Tech, they've won 3 in a row. They're really good at home. They play different. They play differently in that building. And Duke, they're not that good, especially on the road. Virginia Tech all day outright. Let's go. Gobble, gobble. Hokies lock battle.
I mean, Duke's not that good. What are you talking about? Virginia Tech's the team that's not that good. I mean, look, I agree. Duke's not where I thought
Virginia
they'd
Tech
be.
At home.
I mean, it's a little bit lit. I don't consider this like a
For
gauntlet
Duke?
to go into.
For
Just
Duke?
in general. Just in general. Well, then, okay, what they did lose the past 2 in Blacksburg, huh? Or no, one of those was in Brooklyn, right?
They always struggle in this fucking place.
They lost. Yeah, they lost last year by 3, and they lost in 2020 by 7. They did fuck them up in 19. Duke did. Yeah, you're right though. They're 1-3 in their last 4. I like it even better now. Let's go.
Colby, any thoughts on the Battle of Tobacco Road this Saturday?
Good point. And
a little bit of a look ahead for the Blue Devils.
But it's fucking 5 days off after this, you know?
For what it's worth, I would love to fade the Hokies, or I'd love to fade Duke here. I do think the spot to fade them is Saturday, though, when they go to Chapel Hill.
Yeah. I mean,
are you locking Duke? No.
Yeah. What's this guy saying?
No,
What's this guy saying?
no, I'm already saying
come
I'm
on.
getting my future bet in now. North Carolina wins by 10+ against Duke on Saturday.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
In one corner, Pick Dundee riding with the filthy Blue Devils. In the other corner, Mac saying, gobble, gobble, give me the Hokies. Howard is laying 7.5 at Coppin State. I think we should consider locking it up because Howard just got upset the other day on the road. Or no, were they on the road or are they at home? Yeah, at Morgan State. There's no way, right?
They've lost 2 in a row. They've actually been playing kind of shitty the last couple of weeks. But if there's a team to get right and fucking beat down and feel good about yourself, Coppin State's fucking team. Lock up Howard. I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I
think
20 points down. Yeah.
Howard did this shit last year. It kind of bothers me. Like you watch them in the non-con, you're like, they're a good team. They start playing these shitty teams in the MEAC, and they start losing to some of them.
Yeah.
Howard -7.5. Let's go. Morgan State is catching 12.5 at Norfolk State. Look, I don't think Morgan State's that good, but I just can't lay 12.5 with Norfolk State. I think Norfolk is the better team. Give me the Bears though of Morgan State plus 12.5. What are you doing here?
I ended up laying it. I think Norfolk's pretty good at home.
North Carolina Central is heading up to where the fuck is Delaware State? Is that Dover?
Yes,
Dover, I think. Yeah.
Delaware.
Stop it with this. Delaware State is catching.
Did he just?
I'm laying the 1.5.
He's back.
No.
Colby,
I'm
we didn't
laying
hear
the
the last
1.5.
10 seconds. Can you repeat?
Oh, you guys didn't hear that rant I went on?
Nope. We need
No?
like the last 10 seconds.
No, I just what did I say? You'll never know, folks. Would have got me kicked off. Would have got me kicked off forever. You know what I mean? I went on this crazy tangent. No, I'm locking up North Carolina Central -1.5. I just trust Lavelle Moton to be better than all these other schools. Mac?
We got a battle. I'm on Delaware State here, man. They lost their first conference game on a fucking miracle shot from South Carolina State buzzer beater that got buried in 170 Saturday game slate. Delaware State's been good at home. Delaware State's going to get this done. They're better than Central this year. Give me the Hornets. Lock it up. Let's go Delaware State, baby. They've been good to me this year. This has been my team.
No, I see you're here. What are you doing in this one?
Yes, sir. I'm locking up the North Carolina Central Eagles with you, Colby. I think the numbers are screwed in this, or skewed. Same thing. When you're talking about Delaware State right now, the 4 teams that they've played in conference: Coppin State, Morgan State, Maryland Eastern Shore, and South Carolina State. Those are like 4 of the bottom half teams in this conference. North Carolina State, or North Carolina Central, has played Howard, Norfolk State, South Carolina State, Maryland Eastern Shore. They're coming off a nice, easy, get over the finish line game against Eastern Shore after the loss. This is a game where they kick ass against Delaware State. Lock it up. Cocktail Napkins got them by 5.
Yeah. I mean, and if you want to bring up the Virginia Tech home court advantage, Delaware State's won twice since 2010 against North Carolina Central.
Well, they're a different team this year, baby. That
Load it up
court,
all day. Let's do battle.
They got a Hornet on that court. They're fucking ready.
Let's do some fucking battle. Pick Dundee riding Lavelle Moten. Bieniek riding Lavelle Moten and North Carolina Central. Not riding Lavelle Moten. You know what I mean? We're taking North Carolina Central. Oh man, having cocktails, you can say some crazy shit. Anyway. Go Central. Next up, Sela is laying 3.5 at Houston Christian. I feel like we should lock Sela.
I had this one circled, dude. I'm sick of this Houston Baptist.
Get this bullshit. Fucking shit out of here.
He was so much better than them, and they're 2-5 in league play. They're way better than that record. Give me Sela. This is gonna be a beat.
The locks are flowing.
Yeah.
All right. Look, if you get locked out of your house, don't call anyone else but 1-800-PICK-DUNDEE because we're a couple of locksmith over here. Just giving out locks left and right. I got a feeling I'm going to go undefeated tomorrow. I don't give a shit. All right. I don't give a shit. It's going to hit. New Orleans is catching 9.5 at Lamar.
It's a lot with Lamar.
I'm tempted to lock up the Privateers. Does this stink a little bit? This stinks a little bit though, doesn't it?
But Lamar has been drilling teams at home. They're off a 10-point win against Sela. They're off a 11-point win against Commerce. Before that, they drilled Incarnate Word. They've actually won every league game by double digits.
Cocktail Napkins said it.
I like New Orleans even better.
New Orleans defense is rough.
Give me New Orleans. They just lost by 40 to McNeese. They're gonna play better tomorrow. We're getting 9. I think Lamar may win the game.
9.5, buddy. I see 9.5.
Let's go. Lock it up. Give me the Privateers.
I'm in.
Yeah.
It's a tight slate. This is a lock battle.
Whoa.
Bieniek with this Lamar guys.
Yeah. I'm jumping on the train now.
Words I thought I'd never hear.
We got a battle. Dundee, Mac, riding with the Privateers. Bieniek saying, give me Lamar.
There's a difference between Lamar and Lamar Jackson, okay?
I already bet this one. I gave this away. I did a little video. If you're real swift out there, people, you can find that video somewhere on the interwebs. Jackson State. This line's gone up a 0.5 point since I moved lines. Since I dropped my video. Jackson State is laying 5.5 currently at Florida A&M. Jackson State just got upset the other day. They're not going to lose.
3.
They're not going to lose to A&M though. Like they might lose to. I think they get Southern this weekend. They might lose that one. Southern's good. A&M's horrible. This is a smash spot. Lay the 5.5, the 5, whatever you can get out there. Lay it.
I'm on Howard with you as a road favorite. I'm on Jackson State as a favorite here. Get this FAMU shit out of here. Get this out of here.
All over this. Let's go. Northwestern State's getting 20 points at
Sorry,
McNeese.
Colby. I'm going to come in and triple lock it. Short slate. Let's ride a triple lock here.
I thought he was coming into lock fit. Like, what the hell's going on in this place?
No.
Triple lock. Jackson State. We Tigers. Let's go. Northwestern State's getting 20 points at McNeese State. Stop it. Just fucking stop it. Stop it. Give me Northwestern State. I feel like we should bet this game, but I mean, you could talk me off it.
So we already bet Northwestern State. When was it? It was in this exact game
It's
against
like 2 weeks
McNeese.
ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Northwestern State was actually winning the game for a good amount of it. They're off back-to-back losses. I know it's a double road trip, but this is still McNeese laying 20. Like, I know they're fucking good and they've won 20 in a row, but laying 20 and
Get
they got
the fuck out of here with this
they
shit,
just won
man.
by 40. Give me their regression
Yeah.
here. Northwestern
Yes.
State, they lose by 10.
Let's go. Northwestern State, the Demons.
Yeah.
Plus 20. Ride. Texas A&M Corpus Christie's at Texas A&M Commerce. Corpus Christie's laying 2.5. The stinkiest fucking line of the day.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking Corpus Christie. I still might bet it. I'm not doing it right now though, because it just doesn't make any sense to me. Commerce is horrible. I've watched Commerce way too much this year. All right. They're a terrible basketball team. Why is this a 2.5 point spread?
You got to go home dog here, man. They're telling you it's a home dog spot.
I'm not betting this shit. I am not bet. They are too bad to put your money on.
I disagree. I had Commerce locked up already on the picks page. I think Commerce wins this game. Corpus Christie is not the same team on the road. They're really good at home, but when they hit the road, they struggle. They're off a road win too to make it even better. Let's go, baby. Commerce.
Absolutely filthy. Texas A&M Commerce getting 2.5 at home. Max locking it up. South Carolina State is getting 1.5 at Maryland Eastern Shore. Give me South Carolina State, but actually no, they just had a crazy win, didn't they?
They had the buzzer beater.
Yeah, they just had no Eastern Shore minus 1.5. What are you doing here?
Eastern Shore is a fringe lock for me. Eastern Shore lost a home game to North Carolina Central, tight game, and like you said, South Carolina State started 0-2. Now they've won 2 in a row. They just went on a miracle buzzer beater after they won at the buzzer the game before.
They're going to win at the buzzer again tomorrow, right?
Give me Eastern Shore. Let's go. It's fringe lock.
Okay, no, let's bet this.
Let's go.
Let's bet this.
I like it. I like
Eastern Shore minus 1.5. Let's go.
This line's moving.
Arkansas Pine Bluff is catching 6.5 at Grambling. I actually think I'm going to lay it with Grambling.
I took the points with Pine Bluff, but they've let me down too much to lock them.
The Delta Devils are heading into Baton Rouge to take on Southern.
Ugh.
Delta Devils are catching a big number, as you'd expect. 19.5 points.
They're going to lose by 20. Watch.
Good God, they're just fucking like. I feel like they're just telling me to bet this. I'm taking the points. I like. I'm not betting this, but I might. Picks page. If I'm up, I'm betting this fucking game. I'll tell you that right now. But the problem is all these play at the same fucking time, so I guess I won't. I don't know. It depends on my mood. Depends what's going on in life. What are you doing here, Mac?
Well, I mean, these games, you never know when the fuck they're going to tip, so stay tuned. This may end up tipping at midnight. It's a SWAC, baby. I'll take the point, but I'm not betting on these cowards. If you can't cover against FAMU at home as an 8-point dog, I need 30 plus to bet on you. Like that, I've never seen anything like that. FAMU at home and you can't.
That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
FAMU hasn't beat anybody by 8 since fucking 98.
I still might bet this though.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, don't let Duke be up 20 at the 4-minute mark. All right, because I'm firing this fucking thing away. So, all right. Alabama State's getting 4.5 at Texas Southern. Give me Texas Southern minus 4.5.
I think we should bet Texas Southern. Alabama State's in first place. Texas Southern laying 4.5. This is their league that they always win.
I like it.
I like them. I like them here. They're playing better too. Texas Southern, baby. Let's go.
Let's ride Texas Southern. What are they again? They're the fucking Cats or something, right? They're the what are they? The Tigers. Yeah. We Tigers on this podcast. Alcorn State's getting 2.5 at Bethune-Cookman. I'm on Bethune-Cookman minus 2.5. Intrigued by this game though.
You keep disrespecting my boys from Alcorn. I think they're way better. Give me Alcorn.
What do you mean? I locked them up last time.
I said these
game.
lines. These
okay.
lines. Yeah, give me Alcorn. Bethune's
you betting
up
this?
and down. Fringe lock. I don't know yet.
The Houston Cougars are heading to Austin, Texas. Houston's laying 5.5 points. Yeah. You know, there's a few things that I hate on this planet. All right. I don't think I have a lot of hate built up in me. Dome football. I think it's horrible for America, for the world, for our future generations. I hate.
Are you like tapping a quarter right next to you?
Yeah, I am. I'm thinking about what else I hate. Not a quarter, but the top to my Perrier. One of the things I hate is my point is Texas. I don't like their happiness. All right. Not the state, the university. Love the state. All right.
I love to see you.
It pains me to say this, but give me the Longhorns plus 5.5. Ride that money line too. Ride that fucking money line. I fucking can't stand it. Yeah, I hate seeing Noah happy. That's one of them. Mac.
It's always horns down, but when they've won 4 in a row, they got a trip to the Fog on deck, a double road trip. It's a great spot for Texas, who needs one more win, basically, to if they get this Houston win, they have really solidified their NCAA resume in a way. I mean, this would be a huge win where basically all they have to do is be in cruise control and go 500. If they beat Baylor, they win at Oklahoma, and they have wins over Houston. Texas, I think, unfortunately, wins the game. Horns up tomorrow night. Lock up the Texas Longhorns.
Alfred in the chat says why. I'm just going to build several reasons why. I mean, I think, okay, Houston has a huge coaching edge. There's no denying that. But I think Texas has an actual more talented roster.
More size, too.
Yeah.
Way
I think
more
they can give some. And then the fact that ever since they built that new stadium, that place gets fucking lit. So now you have a top 10 team, the number 4 team in the country, coming into that place. Matthew McConaughey will be there. You know what I mean? All this crazy shit. You know, it's just that place is hard to win at when to me, like it's a great home court edge. I know I can dive into the stats. The better field goal percentage shooting team has actually been Texas this year. You can make all these other cases. They're a much better free throw shooting team, but I don't even need to look that far. I just think a top 10 team going into that lit environment, and you're telling me that they have more size, that they have the better actual roster as far as players. I'll take Texas. Noah, what are you doing here?
It's a lock battle. I'm going with Houston. Houston's had this date circled on deck. Get out of here with this bullshit that they're looking at the Fog.
That is true, though.
Dude, they were stiff-armed by Texas to get into this league forever. You're not telling me that they're looking ahead to go to the Fog. They get 2 dates with Texas. This is one of them. They're winning it outright, and they're making a statement. They're winning this by more than 2 possessions all day long. Cocktail Napkins got it by 8, but when we're laying 5, you can win it by 6 with some free throws at the end. Houston, give me the Cougs. I'm riding with the stat sheets. Let's go.
Here's my
defense
thing about
travels. I think they'll play well in the Moody.
They're 1-2 on the road in this league.
Defense travels. They'll play well.
I like the angle in a way of Texas. Houston should have beat them in football. They got absolutely hosed on a fourth down and inches, where they clearly got it at inside the 10-yard line or 15-yard line. That's true. Texas kept them out of the Big 12 for a long time to recruit Houston. I personally think that matters more in football because Texas cares way more about football than basketball. But I see the point, and maybe
but
it
Houston
does hold
cares
some
way
merit.
more about basketball than football
Right now. I don't know about ever, but they played in the Natty in the 70s against Joe Montana. But right now, just because Kelvin Sampson, past couple of years, you're probably right.
They've got 2 shots to do it. I think they do it in both, and I think they do it by double digits. But just give me a 2 possession win. to get me across.
Houston by 4. What a great scenario that would be.
That ain't
Beautiful scenario.
We got a battle. Bieniek going with the Cougs. Dundee, Mac going with the Horns. It's still horns down, motherfuckers. All right. Final game on the slate. It's a dandy. The Bulldogs of Alabama A&M head to Prairie View. PV's laying 7.5. I mean, Alabama A&M is 3-16. I think I'm going to lay it with PV. Don't feel great about it. No bet. What are you doing here?
Take PV.
Yeah. All right. And that's our fucking slate. Failure for no late night games. Hey, Big West. You know what would be great? Maybe a UC Irvine, Cal State Fullerton game. That'd be fantastic. Hey, Big Sky. Maybe you give us Eastern Washington, Montana on a Monday night all alone. I'm sure ESPNU or ESPN2 or CBS Sports would love to cover that.
Whack.
You fucking losers. Yeah. Cal Baptist, guess what? You have this great home court environment and the world has no idea. Even big time college basketball fans have no idea that your fucking college environment's awesome. All right? Because you're never on fucking TV because you play at the same times as every other fucking school.
Shout out to the SWAC for figuring it out.
Yes. You fucking losers. Top play of the day, and we also give away a parlay.
We do?
Yep. We're doing it today.
Okay.
All right. You want out? If you want out, if you're afraid of this thunder snow parlay, you get the fuck out right now. All right.
We as a podcast were shitting on the people with the coming in here saying we lost.
I try to listen to the fans
parlay.
Sometimes. I try to listen to the most of the times. I think I appreciate the fans, but I also see that I normally agree with myself before the fans, but sometimes I thought maybe we should give away a parlay. Fans have been asking for it, is the point. The play I feel best about it's Jackson State against Florida A&M. Mac?
Mine's Texas. I think that game comes right down the fucking wire. Just like the Baylor game, when Texas has to have a game as a dog, they get up for those games. They have the size advantage. They have the crowd. And this is Houston's third game in 6 days, second road game in that amount of time. They just came off a blowout win. Everybody's saying they're the number one team in the country. And in Texas off a loss, I love Texas here. Unfortunately, just like I loved them against Baylor.
Bieniek?
My favorite handicap for tomorrow is NC Central. You can find it at a pick'em right now. Cocked on that again has it up to -5, and that's not even counting for I think there's some skewed conference stats here. Just the weak strength of schedule of the last 4 games for Delaware State, I think, really skews it of people's recent perception of this team. So give me the NC Central Eagles. Let's ride it.
Can I mention a parlay without us going crazy here? Because normally I would like to build it like we all pick one, but off the top of my head, I was thinking while you were talking, Holy Cross in Texas just seems amazing, doesn't it? I know Bieniek's on Houston, but I mean,
I'm on Houston.
Gosh. I was talking about money line. I was talking about Holy Cross, Texas money line would be a lot of fun, but
we triple locked Jackson State.
Yeah, but they're a favorite. I was trying to get some crazy juicy odds for us, but yeah, we could do that. Jackson State. But how about this? Dundee special parlay on the side. Texas money line.
All right, just say
Texas
Dundee.
money line.
I'll jump off the stream
with Holy Cross. No, jump back, buddy. Jump back. Okay, now our real 3-game one. Let's go. Jackson State is 1. Noah, give me another one that you really like in this. And we're going to get the chat. We're going to do a 4-team parlay.
Okay.
The chat's going to pick one.
Max on Delaware State against my NC Central pick.
No, we can't do that one.
And I'm on Houston against his Texas pick. So my other lock other than Jackson State is I have Lamar. I think that's
we
that's
took
a
New Orleans. We took New Orleans. That's what I'm saying. We'll find one else that you agree with.
So
us.
Jackson
like
State's my
Texas Southern?
discount Jackson State is my pick. You guys go.
This fucking guy. Do you want Texas Southern in there? Texas Southern, Jackson State.
We both really liked Howard.
What about HBCU parlay? Howard, Texas State. I'm sorry, Texas Southern, Jackson State. That's 3. Can we get one more from the chat?
The first one was Rob saying Northwestern State plus 21.
All right. So
Howard, Lamar, Alcorn, Virginia Tech beats Duke.
How many votes do we have right now?
Delta Devils, Howard. I think Howard's got 2 votes.
Well, we already put Howard in though.
Oh,
everyone. We already put
3
Howard
people
in.
for Virginia Tech.
I can't do that one.
He has the Duke angle.
Yeah.
Let's just go with Northwestern State. It was the first comment from Rob.
Okay. Northwestern State plus 21. Where the fuck are you getting that 21 at, Rob?
I can pull it. Hold on.
I
think it opened at 21. I think it went down to 19.5 now.
Yeah, I see. I saw 19.5 or 20. So Northwestern State, first leg of the parlay.
19.5 we can find on ESPN Bet. That's your best price out there right now.
Second leg of the parlay is Howard.
Bet on that app.
Scratch that. That's plus 100 on that. DK is offering a plus 20. So let's go with that. Plus 20 on Northwestern State.
All right, so we're parlaying Northwestern State, Howard, Texas Southern, and Jackson State.
What's the line on Howard?
Howard is getting, where the fuck is this? Laying 7.5 now at Coppin.
All right.
And I want you to note my money line parlay of Holy Cross and Mac. I'm sure Mac will be down on this one. Holy Cross, Texas, money line parlay.
And I know you're not going to be on this one. I got a big Monday money line parlay.
Woo-hoo-hoo. Go
Hokies
fire.
and Longhorns outright.
There you go. A little burnt orange kind of. They both are burnt orange in a way, you know.
I hate Virginia Tech too. I'm a West Virginia guy. I hate Virginia Tech, but
yeah,
I'll tell. I hate Texas. So
yeah, you're going to hell for this one, buddy.
I know.
Folks, we appreciate everyone. I see 278 people in here right now. If you could hit that subscribe button, that like button, it really helps us. If you could hop over to iTunes, we'd appreciate that. Leave us a 5-star review. It takes a minute out of your day, but regardless, we're grateful. We're grateful for you coming in here and shooting the shit with us. And make sure you give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77 _ Moneyline Mac is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Follow. I'm on Twitter at Colby Dant. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And don't forget, youtube.com/The College Experience. Subscribe, people. I cannot urge that enough. It really helps us. You want to help us? Subscribe. You don't want to help us? Fuck off. All right. But no, we're grateful if you give us, your ears. We're grateful too. But yeah, check out all the other stuff. Big 12 College Experience. Remember, we're going live earlier tomorrow. NC Nick, myself, Moneyline and Mac, Noah Bieniek. Right after that Duke Virginia Tech game, we're gonna help NC Nick out a little bit after he's been in Disney World for like 7 days. Do you know how fucking painful that is? Not only for your wallet. At what point do you just go, good God, like,
place sucks,
dude? You just want to fucking burn. You just want to punch Mickey Mouse in his fucking face. You know what I mean? Like,
robbing you left and right.
Kick Minnie Mouse right in her fucking stupid forehead. You want to do all that shit. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Early show. Let's go. Until next time, folks. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are somewhat out of here.
It's got me thinking about the good shit. The minute that I seen your grill again, it made me good trip. Good dog to mind back like dog but wind that. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me hit me can back. But the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster, yeah. You know you want it how you want it. No need to trip, cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for who? Just get it straight, cause he caught me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Yeah, sing it.